the values of the society. So we need to conform to the social norms and values of our society. Someone who conforms to this is termed as a good citizen. So producing good and patriotic citizen is one of the objectives of citizenship education. The other one is knowledge and understanding of human rights. Yes? To give them a knowledge about human rights, to understand about human rights, what we mean by human rights, and then how it should be respected, who is responsible in protecting these rights, what is the role of the states in realizing human rights, what is the role of each individual, each citizen in realizing the concept, human rights is another point. Good leadership and fellowship, promoting democratic values and good governance, producing law-abiding citizens. Yes, this is again another very important objective of citizenship education. Unless we produce law-abiding citizens, problem will happen. Unless we are abided by the law, chaos will be happened. And this will finally lead us to anarchism. And that is not good. Stability, political instability will happen. And then a question of survival will arise because of this problem. So to tackle such a problem, we need to produce law-abiding citizens. And so this is the reason why we need to teach citizenship education. Promotes nation building and national unity. Yes, nation building is something ongoing process. So by teaching them the values which is expected, we can contribute to the nation building process, and then finally to have one strong nation, which is national unity at the national level. It also educates citizens on the issue of global concern. As a global citizens, there are 21st century skills and others that we need to be aware of, and there are global concerns that can harm everyone across the globe. So to introduce them with those areas, we need to give this subject at the school level. And then citizenship education imparts core societal values and norms like tolerance and cooperation. Yes, we have to teach our students the societal values such as tolerance and cooperation. There needs to be tolerance between us. There needs to be tolerance among us, because we do have different identities. So unless we do have a tolerance, we cannot coexist. We cannot peacefully coexist. So cooperation is very important. Patriotism is very important. Okay. The new dimension of patriotism, as you know, is not limited to life sacrifice, but everyone with this mandate, students can be a patriot, teachers can be a patriot, merchants can be a patriot, and everyone can be a patriot on his sphere. So imparting this value into the minds of the citizens. Friendship and trust. Friendship and trust is something very important that we need to impart into the students. Integrity, respect for constituted authority, and others are very important points which can promote national unity. Dear teacher, now let us see part 5. And part 5 is about curriculum documents of citizenship education. So now let us try to see the overview of the curriculum documents of this education. Yes, there is a position paper, curriculum framework was also organized, and the content flow chart, minimum learning competency, syllabus, student textbook, and teacher guide are termed as curriculum documents of citizenship education. So now let us try to see them starting from content flow chart. Content flow chart. A content flow chart is a document that presents contents listed in a sequence they are to be taught. The contents which are organized in chapters at different grade levels are just derived from this content flow chart. So it has contents listed in a sequence. They are to be taught across grade levels by arranging them in such a way that they build on each other in a spiral progression. Again, content flow chart is issued to select, to organize, and to integrate contents horizontally and vertically. So grade 9 and grade 10 citizenship education content flow chart presents as follows. Yes. This is the content flow chart of grade 9 and grade 10, unit 1. So unit 1 of grade 9 is ethical values. They learn about ethical values, and there are subtopics or lessons. Lesson 1 to 4 are included in the way you see here. And then grade 10, unit 1 is democracy and democratization. So there are about 6 lessons included under these chapters. So this is the way the content flow chart is organized. Unit 2 of grade 9 is the culture of using digital technology. This is one of the area which we have seen earlier as 21st century skill, the culture of using the digital technology. And there are about 6 lessons, yes, which are included under these chapters. And unit 10, grade 10, unit 2 is citizens in the digital technology or in the age of digital technology. There are about 4 lessons included under this chapter, so please, you are invited to look at this in detail. Unit 3, Constitution and Constitutionalism in grade 9, and Understanding Good Governance in grade 10. So grade 9, unit 3 is about Constitution and Constitutionalism, and grade 10, unit 3 is about Understanding Good Governance, and there is a relationship in one of the other ways between the two grade levels. There is vertical relationship between them. Unit 4, grade 9 is Understanding Indigenous Knowledge, and again, unit 4 of grade 10 is Indigenous Conflict Resolution Mechanisms. This one is the general concept about indigenous knowledge, but here is in a specific conflict resolution mechanisms, indigenous conflict resolution mechanisms. Chapter 5 is multiculturalism in Ethiopia in grade 9 and federalism in Ethiopia in grade 10. Yes, there is a vertical alignment between these. In grade 9, they learn about multiculturalism, the existence of different identities in Ethiopia, and then in grade 10, they learn about how to accommodate these diversities and what is the best policy to address these identities or the means of accommodation, that is federalism. Grade 9, unit 6 is national unity through diversity. Yes, unity is something very important, but what type of unity is expected? Unity through diversity, unity that arises by respecting the existed diversity. And then unit 6 of grade 10 is human rights. Unit 7, grade 9 is problem solving skill, and unit 7 of grade 10 is patriotism. And there are about 4 lessons under unit 7 of grade 9 and 5 lessons of unit 7 of grade 10. And the last lesson is unit 8. The last unit is unit 8. Unit 8 of grade 9 is Ethiopia's foreign relations in East Africa. Yes, and then unit 10 is globalization and global issues, which goes beyond the East African boundaries. So there are about 8 chapters, unlike that of the former one, which is made up of 11 chapters, but here we do have only 8 chapters, and these are the title of each chapters of grade levels. The minimum learning competency is another curriculum document that we are going to give a highlight. And then minimum learning competency indicators. When we say minimum learning competency, it indicates the minimum competencies that a student must learn. What is the minimum expectation, the minimum final expectation after we deliver each lesson to the students at the end of either each lesson or each chapter or each grade level. And it must apply in each grade level and subject in terms of knowledge, skill and attitudes. And the grade level and subject specific competency consists of clear expectation of what each learner is anticipated to know. What is expected of our students to know after each lesson, after each chapter, and after each grade level. And then what is expected from them to be able to do after delivered each lessons. and service as the basis for assessment. In order to assess our students, we have to use minimum learning competencies as a base in order to assess them and in order to even evaluate them. So in citizenship education, the major minimum learning competencies which are expected from our students are appreciating the diversity of Ethiopian society. At the end of delivering this subject, maybe at the end of each chapter and then at the end of each grade level, we need to be able to produce citizens who appreciate the diversity of Ethiopian society. Not the students who fear of the diversity, who blame of the diversity, but who are able to appreciate the existing diversities in Ethiopian society. Those who demonstrate